Everything you know about the Black Dahlia is probably wrong. Before police could inform her family, her mother got a call from a journalist at the LA Examiner who told her that Beth had won a beauty contest, extracted a bunch of information from her, and then at the very end of the call told her, oh, actually, the truth is that your daughter has just been murdered. That's how she found out that her daughter had been killed. Not to mention what the newspapers were saying, which was that she was likely a sex worker, that she must have deserved this somehow. Because of the precision of the cuts to her body, police looked into the possibility that her killer had been a doctor or a surgeon or someone with lots of medical knowledge. Over 150 people confessed to this crime over the years, and hundreds more questioned. A few days after the murder, the Black Dahlia's belongings were mailed to the LA Examiner, and they included some of her belongings as well as a note, seemingly from the killer, confessing to the murder and also giving details that only the murderer would know. There are tons of possible suspects, but one of the most likely is Dr. George Hodel, a wealthy physician with surgical training, which they concluded would be absolutely necessary considering what the killer did to her body. He had a long history of abusive and predatory behavior and had even had his house bugged by the LAPD at one point in 1950, where he was caught on tape basically confessing to the murder. His secretary at some point also was murdered, and he was the main suspect. How he got away with these things, I don't know. Maybe money? Pretty quickly, the case went cold. After more confession letters were sent, Beth's belongings were found in different spots around the city. More and more people confessed and even killed themselves and confessed in their suicide notes. Almost 80 years later, and there are still so many questions, namely, where was she for those 6 days? Elizabeth Short is one of the most famous murder victims, and shockingly, after endless investigations, books, movies, we still don't know who did this. Although there are several very viable possibilities, we probably will never know. The vacant lot where she was found was under construction at the time and is now a residential area that you can visit. And many people do. It is a very dark form of tourism, but there are tons of Black Dahlia tours. It is LA's oldest unsolved case and likely will remain that way. How much of this did you know? Who do you think did it? Do you think we'll ever know? What do you think?